Hi there. Today we are touching on short sales. And what are short sales and what do they typically look like when it comes to a purchase or a sale? Short sales, in summary, are basically when, as an owner of a property, you are not able to make your mortgage payments anymore. And that could be any type of hardship, from divorce to maybe your spouse died, maybe you lost your job, maybe you just fell on hard times for whatever reason. You are unable to make those mortgage payments. So, that being said, it is the first step you take to avoid foreclosure. And I repeat, the goal of a short sale is to avoid foreclosure. Foreclosure, although it may seem like a good way out because you don't have to make payments anymore, can absolutely sabotage your credit score and can keep you from being able to get a mortgage on a house or any type of loan for a very long time. And with that there's a lot of permanency that comes in foreclosing and having that on your credit report and the damage that it can do now and down the road and long term. So in order to avoid that, what's offered is called a short sale. And it's called a short sale because the bank is offering that they are willing to take less than what is owed on the property. So for example, if John Doe has a property that he owes $100,000 on and he just can't make those payments anymore for whatever reason, he fell on hard times and he needs to get out of that payment, he reaches out to us and says, look, I'm looking to sell my property, but I need you to tell me what it's worth because I need to be able to just pay it off and be done. We come in and we say, look, you're probably only going to be able to get $105,000, and after you take out all the fees to sell, because there are closing costs, just like there are closing costs to buy, there are closing costs to sell, and after all that, you're going to be at like $94,000, let's say, just to clear and be done with the property, and that's less than the $100,000 you owe. So what we do is we would reach out to his lender, to John Doe's lender, and get what's called a short sale packet. And what we do as the agent is help him through that short sale process. We get that short sale packet. Oftentimes they'll require a letter of hardship and proof of hardship that show either you lost your job or there was a extenuating circumstance that prompted and triggered all of this financial inability to make these payments. We provide that to the bank. We provide all of the proof that they're asking for, which, like I said, typically requires that hardship and some personal information to make sure that you are who you say you are. We provide all of that to the bank, and then they provide us with the next steps. And every bank is different. So some banks will say, we will accept a payment of $90,000. Or, you know what, we're going to wait to approve the short sale price until you have a contract. So oftentimes what we'll do, and the bank in these situations pays the listing agent and the selling agent a certain percentage. So they take on the responsibilities a lot of times of the commissions. And it's between the agents and the bank to negotiate that. So it takes that piece off of the seller. And what we're able to do is say, look, it will sell quickly because time is very important when we're in a short sale. We need to make sure that we get it sold quickly so that they don't start that foreclosure process, because a lot of times once the seller hits so many late payments, a bank will start a foreclosure process. So they might say we need to see a contract within 60 days. So we list it. Let's say that sweet price is $89,900 to get a couple of competitive offers. We get an accepted offer of $94,000. I then submit that to the bank, and the bank then approves or disapproves that amount. Most of the time they approve it if it's close enough to what they're looking to net. And then at that point, we have to go through the process of having them basically release your lien and again approve all of those pieces. And it's very important that in this process we close in a timely fashion. We get through all the milestones of a sale in a timely fashion, because the bank is relying on that to pay off and to continue to approve your short sale process. So that's what we do, and that's how we help you through that process. Once you're closed and that payment is cleared, you are out of that loan, you are free of that debt, and you are able to move on without negative repercussions that come with foreclosure. That's what a short sale is. In regards to buyers, it can be a great way to pick up a property at a under market value price, because it's more of a fire sale situation and the banks are taking less than what's owed on it. So a lot of times it can be a really good way to get into a great property at a decent price. Maybe the market's more competitive and everyone's paying over asking price. It can be a good opportunity to get in at a more reasonable price than the market value sometimes. It can also take a little bit longer because the bank's involved in having to approve everything. So we always put that caveat in there that they can be a little sticky because the bank is involved in the process and has to approve it all. But we can get you through that process, and at the end of the day, it's our goal to make sure that you have an out if that's where you're at and that's what you need, and we're here to help any way we can. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, and we look forward to hearing from you.